That's how we do it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think it's going now. I think we're good.
Huzzah. Do you want me to start over?
I guess that's up to you.
I mean, I only read like 2 sentences, so.
That Fred Rogers quote is a good one, then.
It is a good one. Fred Rogers is my childhood hero, let me tell you. So Fred Rogers said, and I'll read the quote again, we live in a world in which we need to share responsibility. It is easy to say it's not my child, not my community, not my world, not my problem. Then there are those who see the need and respond. I consider those people my heroes. So I applied for the position of the Director of Religious Education because I noticed that this is one area in which we struggle in. And being the doer that I am, I jumped in. And I was expecting a lot of admin type work along with a lot of teaching. And I knew going in what I signed up for. At least I thought I did. This year has taught me that your children are amazing, precocious, loud, funny, kind, helpful, curious, loving, and so much more. I discovered their love of Minecraft, singing, drumming, Roblox, family, and much more. They seek out justice. They crave honesty. They are affirming of everyone they meet. They have an excellent taste in music. And they understand so much more about the world than we give them credit for. To highlight these qualities, wonderful qualities, I asked them to help me make the slides, choose the music, and convene with me. For the RE program this year, we divided the children into the following groups: kindergarten and younger, and they were in the playroom, grades 1 through 6 in the larger classroom, and grades 7 through 12, our lovely teens here, in the smaller classroom. The youngest set, kindergarten and younger, didn't have a set curriculum, but from what I hear, they loved coloring, stickers, playing pretend, building tall buildings to knock them down, and playing with Play-Doh. Those 3 are graduating kindergarten and moving up to 1st grade, so I would like to invite them up here to receive a graduation cap. We have Chip and Kareem. Gwen is not here today, but I will give her her cap when she gets here. So if I could have Kareem and Chip come on up. Here, Chip. And Kareem. I can have you come on up. Can you get him too? Next year, they will be going into the Chalice Children's Program, led by Jordan. Sorry. All right, you guys can go sit. For grades 1 through 6, for the first half of the year, we used the Miracles curriculum from the Tapestry of Faith program. And this program talked about miracles, helped children create a working definition of a miracle, and gave us many examples of a miracle. Next slide. Oh, no, wait. Yep, you're right. This is good. You're perfect. We defined a miracle as the following: amazing things, a great thing, a good thing, a thing that gets better, a thing that doesn't usually happen, science, and something you can't explain. So I would like to invite grades 1 through 6 children to come up and share some of the miracles that we have discovered and discussed. So the way this works is I'm going to hand you the thing and you're going to show everyone and read it out, okay? Y'all can read, right?
Yes, I can.
Of course you can. All right, you're going to go over to the center and then share. And then come back for more. Keep going, keep going. We have not rehearsed this at all, in case you can't tell. Go on, share them. Show everybody, show everybody. The brain. No, just say it. Show and say, show and tell.
Should we give them a microphone so that people online?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Does this one
Yeah.
There you go. You want to say accident?
The brain.
Yeah, they hear it on Zoom.
Love. Life. Growing.
And that's not all. You have more, right?
Hey, what?
Yeah, there's more. I have a whole stack of them.
Wait, what?
You can set it down right there and get another one, and then share it.
A beating heart. Our senses. Breathing. Breathing.
Breathing.
Thinking.
Turn it around so they can see. Thinking. Let's give you one this. I gave you two? Okay, cool.
Shoes. Voices guiding a lost child out of the woods. The person whose cancer goes away. Healing. A gift. A person surviving an airplane crash. A baby found alive 5 days after a tsunami.
An emergency plane landing in which everyone survives. Waking up from a coma after 11 months.
Happiness. A car crash that everyone survived. For survival. Heartbeat.
Why are there so many? You remember all those 3x5 cards throughout the year?
Okay, yeah, 3x5.
Oh, yeah. Throughout the year, they wrote on 3x5 cards what miracles they have.
Feed for homeless people. Oliver C. Make of pay.
A plane engine exploding and no one is hurt.
A baby thinking. MP. CPR.
Your heartbeat. Line and pee.
Chocolate bars. A child found breathing after being in a coma for 5 years. Listening to stories. My mom. Little brother Samir. Falling asleep.
Video games.
I only have one more. I'm sorry, that's all. Yes.
Me.
As you can see, there was a lot of thinking going on here. Oh, thanks. So in February, we divided up into OWL classes for kindergarten and first grade, while grades 2 through 12 worked through the growing anti-racist UU curriculum. So I'd like to invite Jesse up to tell us a bit about the OWL program.
This year, I had the opportunity to teach the Our Hell Lives OWL K1 program with a teaching team of Cypress Haberkern and Isaac Von Roo. The three members of our teaching team brought decades of teaching experience to the table and had a blast with some of our congregation's youngest learners. We met weekly over 9 weeks, first talking to families at our parent and caregiver meeting about their role being their child's most important sexuality educators, and their feelings, thoughts, and experiences about the value of diversity in sexuality education. We talked to families about the 3 R's of sexuality education: respect, relationships, and responsibility, and the goals of our program. We covered the following topics: our wonderful bodies, building on children's knowledge of parts of the body and the ways bodies and abilities are similar and different. Bodies and gender, exploring gender roles, gender identity, and children's right to be themselves. Body boundaries, helping children understand the idea of personal space and learning ways to keep their bodies healthy and safe, which includes sexual abuse prevention strategies. Families, inviting children to learn about the many kinds of families and how families care for each other. How babies begin, presenting the elements that come together to make a baby and a few different ways that this can happen, all in the context of starting a new life and expressing human love. Pregnancy and birth, exploring the wonder of how a baby's growth inside a uterus and the different ways babies are born, and the joy when a baby joins a family. Babies, allowing children to learn about babies and appreciate how much growing and changing they have gone through since they were babies themselves. And lastly, celebration, inviting back parents, caregivers to attend with their children together so that they could share all that they had learned and celebrate the conclusion of the program. Using the newly updated OWL curriculum, lessons were explored using a framework which was rich in routines and rituals, using story, music, art, movement, journaling, games, and drama. It was an exciting and fun 9 weeks for students, teachers, and families, and today I am happy to have the honor of presenting the pins to our congregation's most recent OWL K1 graduates. So Chip Granovetter, come on up. You get another prize, dude. You want me to pin it on you, or you want to pin it on?
It's a stand-in for the OWL bananas that are coming from Amazon. Big ones.
This is a UU pen.
Yay!
Yeah. Mina Granovetter. Mina, you're next. For OWL. Kareem Raza McCurdy. And we also had 3 more graduates that aren't here today: Leiden Pecora, Gwen Pecora, and Clayton Pecora.
Don't go anywhere. I'd like to also invite Isaac to come up, because I have 3 pins, or magnets, sorry, from Terry for each of us for teaching OWL. So you guys can choose, and then I'll take whichever one you guys don't want. There are 3 of them, and they're all, I think, different. So,
Great. Thank you.
it's pink. Thank you, Terry. All right. So the growing anti-racist UU's curriculum challenged our children and teens to step outside their own experiences and view our history and our current culture through the lenses of others. We talked about noticing and appreciating skin shades and identities, developing empathy, slavery, segregation, civil rights movements, English is hard, controversial historical moments, the wealth gap, equity versus equality, stereotyping, responding to bias and bullying. And it was a really good curriculum. I got to teach like 2 classes of it, and it was really, really fun. It was also some deep work. Grades 7 through 12, our teens, worked through the Teen Soul Matters curriculum. Soul Matters is a monthly series of resources for Unitarian Universalist congregations. The Soul Matters monthly themes focused on spiritual values that our UU faith has historically honored and calls all of us to embody in our lives. The teens have explored these themes with each other and discussed how they see them in their own lives and how they can embody these values in their own lives. All right. So, 22 volunteers, 6 people every Sunday for 40 Sundays. That's how many people it took to run the RE program this year. And I would like to highlight some of our staff and volunteers. So our child care staff and volunteers, we have Alia, Brian, Hava, Emily, Jordan, Meredith, Molly, Poppy, Sam, and Terry. Our volunteers for grades 1 through 6. You are on top of this. I love you. Thank you. Brian, Hava, Owen, Jill, Jillian, Joanna, Meredith, Molly, Terry, and myself. And our volunteers for grades 7 through 12, Aaron, Jared, Jenny, Jill, Joanne, Mallory, Terry, and myself. And our volunteers for OWL class, Isaac, Jesse, and myself. And that's not counting the volunteers who provided snacks, cleaned, planted, moved tables and chairs, decorated trunks, donated supplies, supervised playground sessions, coached on labyrinth etiquette, helped serve coffee hour to little hands, and much more. Our children are not born knowing how to participate in a community like ours. We have to teach them. They learn by doing. They learn democracy by doing democracy. They learn self-knowledge by exploring themselves in the safety of community. They do social emotional learning in real time, in real groups of people, in the safety of community. This is not schooling or education that's removed from the real life. This is full participation in life in this present moment. We teach our children by modeling for them and by doing with them. And this is the goal of RE. You are helping to teach our children how to be in community. Our young people are the future of this congregation, our community, and the world at large. And I would like to close with another quote from Fred Rogers. As different as we are from one another, as unique as each one of us is, we are much more the same than we are different. That may be the most essential message of all, as we help our children grow towards being caring, compassionate, and charitable adults. Thank you.
Our second song is